Hi everyone, I'm Colleen Williams.
About 175 of them have been identified as consistent with the kids that were identified in the previous photo.
New developments tonight in the Miramonte abuse scandal, including 200 new photos of those children, and that's where we begin tonight. Police tell us these new photos, like the other ones, show the children blindfolded with their mouths taped shut. And there's more. We've also obtained photos from a former student. NBC4's Patrick Healy has more on our top story.
Good evening from outside the Sheriff's Special Victims Bureau in Whittier. Investigators have been going over this new batch of photos that they obtained from the same source, that photo processing lab that raised the original red flag that led to the investigation in the first place. The lieutenant tells us they've gone through about 175 of the photos so far of the 200. And so far, they are recognizing a lot of the same faces, students of the teacher, Mark Burnt. And at this point, they have yet to identify any additional potential suspects. Other developments today. We have obtained for the first time photographs that allegedly were provided by the teacher Burnt to his students to have them bring home. These photographs were brought to an attorney. The attorney showed those photos to us. We're going to talk more about that. One other angle we are pursuing is the possibility of additional arrests in this investigation. More photos of the accused Mark Burnt and his students. And a day after the arraignment of a second teacher, Martin Springer, for alleged lewd conduct, suspicions a third Miramonte staffer may have assisted Burnt, knowingly or not. Attorney Brian Claypool represents 5 Miramonte families.
There'd be a phone conversation, then he'd show up in her classroom, and then he would pick out a couple girls, and then this female teacher would escort the girls out of the classroom.
Sheriff's Special Victims Bureau Lieutenant Carlos Marcus confirms investigators have looked into that. However,
and as of right now, that person is not a suspect in any criminal investigation that we're conducting.
have you been able to talk to that individual yet?
We have followed up on all the leads that we've gotten behind that, yes.
Lieutenant Marcus also said the newly recovered photos likely will not lead to additional counts.
Preliminarily, we've gone through them. About 175 of them have been identified as consistent with the kids that were identified in the previous photos.
Authorities allege Burnt not only put cockroaches on children's faces, but also had them play a tasting game during which he fed them cookies covered with his bodily fluid.
He grooms them. And what he does is he starts keeping them after school, helping them learn.
Attorney Gregory Owen represents 8 Miramonte families. He showed us photos of personal cards and gifts Burnt sent to certain students. Owen told us Burnt actually gave out photos to the students themselves to take home. We are further obscuring photos the child Burnt called College Girl said he gave her, showing her with a cookie in her mouth. We showed Lieutenant Marcus those photos that the family brought to the attorney, and he confirmed that they are similar to the photos that the Sheriff's Department has obtained in evidence, but has yet to release publicly. And he said the investigation is ongoing. It is far from wrapped up. Reporting from the Sheriff's Special Victims Bureau in Whittier, Patrick Healy, NBC4 News.